Lights, camera, action. Okay. Today on Food as Medicine TV, you asked, we answered. We're diving into how to approach menopause, including perimenopause and postmenopause. How do you approach these things holistically? This time in your life does not need to be difficult or terrible or dreaded, which a lot of women dread this time in their lives. And the reason that they dread this time in their lives is because they hear about all of the symptoms, or maybe you're in this period and you're experiencing symptoms like gaining weight for no reason or finding fat in all the wrong places, some serious mood swings, the hot flashes that prevent you from sleeping. These are some symptoms that you can get, and we're going to help you mitigate them. But I first want you to understand that there are 3 phases to this whole menopause thing. First, you have perimenopause. Now, these are the years that are leading up to menopause, where production of hormones starts to drop, creating an imbalance. Your periods might become less frequent, less consistent, and this time in your life can last really up to 6 years. What's going on here is you're starting to lose progesterone. You're getting a drop in progesterone. The next hormone that follows right before menopause is estrogen. And so this is where the night sweats start coming in, the shorter cycles. When you drop in progesterone, you can get anxiety and you can start to get poor sleep. And I'd like to say, however, that about 50% of early perimenopause is actually not perimenopause, but a depletion from just life stress, these depletions in hormones that can still be reversed. You can replenish your hormones and you can delay perimenopause. In my opinion, it should never really start before age 45, and it can be delayed in some people depending on your lifestyle and genetics all the way through age 50. Menopause, this is less gray area here. It's indisputable. It's defined as when you have lacked getting a period for 12 months or more. You are officially in menopause, and the average age is 51. What's happening here is your estrogen levels are dropping even further. So this gives us cause for concern for bone loss, and then we have the hot flashes that come up, which we will help you mitigate. We did an entire Randy and Christa show where I brought in one of the nation's foremost OBGYNs from Harvard, and he talked about what to do with estrogen when you get into menopause between the ages of 50 and 60. This is really important. This is an important hormone. I want you to go back and I want you to watch that show if you fall in this window, because he gives you ways that you can safely use estrogen to mitigate your chances of breast cancer, heart disease, and early dementia. It's a really important show to watch if you're in this 10-year window of time. And then we have postmenopause, and this is any time after menopause. It's called postmenopause, and what happens here is you get another drop in estrogen, and this also gives us a greater cause for concern for bone loss or osteoporosis. And 75% of women in this category are going to experience hot flashes or sudden temperature increase, or maybe you feel flushed out of nowhere. The night sweats I hear from my clients are a big problem, sometimes waking up drenched in sweat, or you have weight gain due to a slowed metabolism. Bloating, insomnia, maybe some unexplained depression or brain fog, those types of things. And then vaginal dryness might become an issue, low libido, the body produces less lubrication due to drops in estrogen, which makes the joints less flexible. And you have this low progesterone issue that can cause anxiety that's just always kind of there, like on a low volume. And then we already know the symptoms of low estrogen that are happening, but this is where the aging process gets accelerated, more wrinkles and sun damage. These things sound like so terrible, right? Just so horrible, but this is why we're doing this show. We surveyed you, you asked for a show on this, so we can help you float through this time much more gracefully so you don't have to endure all of those symptoms. These are steps that you can take now, no matter where you are in your hormonal journey toward menopause, to help reduce unpleasant symptoms and keep your body producing enough hormones to keep you comfortable and beautiful. So your guide to creating successful menopause is to create harmony and balance using the tools available to you. First and foremost, sleep. You've got to create a sleep routine that supports deeper sleep. Even if you already sleep well, we're going to provide a link in today's blog with tips for this sleep routine if you need help in this area. A lot of people struggle. The second thing, you've got to avoid plastics or obesogens. They interfere with metabolism and the production of your hormones. So make sure you get your reusable water bottles here, and you're not going to be drinking out of plastic. And something that's really important for all women, but especially women in this age range, is I don't want you drinking out of to-go coffee cups with the plastic lids, and then you're drinking hot liquid out of that, and you are literally getting all of these plastic toxins that you do not need in your body. I carry one of these. This is called the Stojoko cup, which you just get on Amazon. And I love it because it's collapsible, so it can fit in your glove box, in your purse, wherever. And this would be great for, smoothies or coffee. So while I'm talking about coffee, I love it, you love it. It's not great for us though, especially the older we get. You want to aim to reduce caffeine to get real energy, and I love using something like a Ticino or chicory root coffee, but especially I'm into using the medicinal mushrooms here because they add so much value. So reishi, it's going to give you that bold, kind of rich cup of something. Reishi is wonderful to help you sleep. You can use chaga mushroom for energy. Lion's mane calms anxiety because it helps with the nervous system. Cordyceps mushrooms, those are wonderful if you're going to be training and you want to get back into working out. So try to go towards these. You'll get a huge shift because you're not going to be leaching minerals as much, and you're going to feel better. You've got to add in more anti-inflammatory foods no matter where you are. You're going to make sure that you get wild blueberries. They've got to be organic. They don't even count as a health food if they're not organic. And you're going to get some really fresh spinach in your diet. Should be there pretty much every day. We're also going to link to a blog that we did on mesonutrients, which are the active key compounds in superfoods. And then I want you to include the spices coriander, cumin, and turmeric into your cooking. Gut health is crucial during this period. So at age 40, we start to produce less and less hydrochloric acid as we age, and gastric secretion is so necessary for proper digestion, especially if you were going to digest your protein. And if you can't digest your protein, you can't have a healthy thyroid. So we want to make sure that we're supporting the body with apple cider vinegar. That's going to help your body produce hydrochloric acid on its own. So when you make salad dressings, just have that be your go-to vinegar. Acupuncture is millennia old. It has been used as a means to regulate big hormonal life changes for centuries. So if you haven't tried it, try it. It originates from the paradigm of traditional Chinese medicine, where we view all of the organ systems to be imbalanced or out of balance. So it's going to take into account all of your organs, which can support regulating your hormones. There are clinical studies that if you were to do acupuncture consistently for 6 to 8 weeks, when you know you're going through a hormonal shift, this will mitigate that hormone drop, and you'll feel so much better, you'll look so much better. Breathing, it's always available to us, and it's free, and it regulates the body. Alternate nostril breathing is a great and powerful type of breath to do. It's my personal favorite, especially for those people who have trouble sleeping. So on the blog, we're going to go ahead and put a link to how to do the alternate nostril breath. Vitamin C. You want to make sure that you are taking vitamin C to support the immune system as you age. It's also extra vital during this transitionary period in your life because it supports collagen growth. Now that's necessary for mitochondrial health, needed for ATP, which is necessary for cellular energy. Magnesium. Many women between 40 to 60 are low in magnesium, and you would know that if you get muscle spasms, anxiety, kind of feelings of weariness or weakness, insomnia, and even poor appetite. A lot of people don't connect that with magnesium deficiency. If you have hot flashes that are just inveterate, they won't go away, you can go to the grocery store, the health food store, and pick up high quality tryptophan, right? This is why doctors will give you SSRIs, but if you can use tryptophan, which is an amino acid that will help your body produce more of its own serotonin, that's a more holistic approach. About 100 milligrams of tryptophan, then your body can convert it on its own into 5-HTP and then into serotonin. If you're going to do magnesium, glycinate is the preferred form. And B-complex. We need to take our Bs. They're necessary for energy, for mood, for cognitive function. And when you start taking B-complex, either, definitely methylated, you want to use a food-based source, not a synthetic. So you're going to be looking for methylcobalamin, methylfolate. You don't want to look for cyanocobalamin. And some people, if your digestion isn't great, you're going to want to get a sublingual form of vitamin B12. That way you can bypass the digestive system, and then now you're taking your apple cider vinegar, right? Every time you make salad dressing, it's going to help your digestive system produce more hydrochloric acid so that your body can use the B vitamin and deliver it to your brain for better memory and better moods. Vitamin B6. This could be something you take 50 to 100 milligrams of before bed to also help with the increase of the production of serotonin, but it also helps with progesterone. It's going to help mitigate that progesterone drop and help improve not only your mental but your physical energy. For those of you who don't want to take all these separate B vitamins, I love this one here. It's the DFH Complete Multi. It's loaded with methylated forms of Bs, but really all the high nutrients that are necessary for thyroid, adrenal, and hormone function. So this is like the peri to postmenopause multivitamin, if you will. Okay, so vitamin E. Vitamin E is the most powerful antioxidant that is going to support our brain and our heart and our hormones. A 2007 study showed the benefits of vitamin E. It looked at a control group of menopausal women who took vitamin E for a period of 4 weeks, and the results showed a significant difference in the reduction of hot flashes in the group of women who took vitamin E compared to those who did not. This is your holistic arsenal, my friends. There you have it, a few powerful natural foods and supplements you can use to consistently make this period in your life exceptionally more graceful. And if you want even more information on this, you can go to hormoneminicourse.com and we will tell you more about exactly what to eat with breakfast and before bed. Leave a comment now and let us know how we can help. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll catch you next time on Food is Medicine TV.